ask you to grade yourself.
Absolutely.
Give her, we'll let her grade.
So I'm going to break her grade down into
As
two.
a former teacher, but
Yeah,
as a former teacher,
absolutely.
right.
Thank you. As I'm gonna break it down into two separate grades because really this is two separate terms. She was termed out once and came back. I would say that one was a C plus, maybe a B. I think she was extremely effective in the very beginning. I think that that's why term limits are put into place, because legislators tend to be extremely effective in the beginning. I would say that this second term, 2010 onward, I would give it a D, D minus or an F, because she speaks to mental health and substance abuse. We personally Baker acted somebody in my family last week for substance abuse and mental health. And I can tell you that right now that person's sitting at my mother's house with nowhere to go, because the system is so flawed and so broken that there is nowhere for somebody to go who doesn't have $30,000 or $40,000 to go pay to go somewhere for a month. So I'm not really sure what has been done as far as mental health and substance abuse, because I don't see it. I think that if you look at the gigantic infiltration of substance abuse facilities within our community, that speaks to the problem. So as far as mental health and substance abuse, which she brought up, I think that I would give it an F. As far as the discharges, I would give it an F minus. I think that we are in a much more horrible position than we were 14 years ago. 14 years ago was when SERP, 15 years ago actually, was when SERP was signed in. That was supposed to be a 30-year plan. If we continue on the pace that we're going right now, I don't even know if my daughter, who's 9 years old, will see it finished by the time she dies. I know I won't, because we have spent 15 years and we are nowhere close to having anything completed of any great substance. So I would say that she started out great, and I, as a woman, looking at another woman who served in the legislature, I commend her for her ability to sort of go into the boys' club and do what needed to be done 14 years ago. And I just really question what has been done since then.
Okay. Grade yourself, grade your own performance.
Well, I would tend to say during the first 8 years that I had the honor and privilege of representing the District 81, I think I was very effective. I think I got a very large amount done. We passed the Open Heart Center for Martin Memorial Hospital. That was a major undertaking to change CON laws, Certificate of Need laws, in the state of Florida. We also worked very hard on improving education, and we saw test scores improve dramatically in the state of Florida. As a former teacher, that was something I concentrated on as well. But also, I think we made major strides in building the infrastructure of the state of Florida this last term, and we also made major strides, in spite of what my opponent would say, in really putting money into solving the problems of the Indian River Lagoon, the St. Lucie River, Lake Okeechobee, and the Everglades. CERT did pass in 2000, and that was to be a 50-50 partnership. During this time, the state of Florida has stepped up to the plate. We've put over $2.4 billion into comprehensive Everglades restoration. I myself have been very active with really pushing local partnerships. And the St. Lucie River Issues Team, over the last 10 years, 15 years, we've gotten over $60 million in money partnering with our counties and our cities to really address runoff issues and local issues dealing with the St. Lucie and the Indian River. I think that's extremely effective. You have to understand, as one member of 120 members, that is a major accomplishment.